The John Agyekum Kufuor Foundation and the Millennium Promise Alliance have signed a Memorandum of Understanding to ensure the youth are nurtured in the areas of science and technology as well as leadership skills. The agreement, witnessed by former president and founder of the J.A.K Foundation, John Agyekum Kufuor, and board chairman of the Millennium Promise Alliance, Professor Jeffrey Sachs, will see to the funding of specific projects under the J.A.K Foundation.
The agreement between the two institutions came about as a result of a long-standing relationship between both former President John Agyekum Kufuor and Professor Jeffrey Sachs, who during the former president's administration was a consultant on the Millennium Development Goals for the UN. As part of the agreement, the two foundations will create a formidable partnership to promote food and nutrition, reduce hunger, and contribute to the meeting of the Sustainable Development Goals in the country.
Specific targets are to promote especially the fundamental goal of the Kufuor Foundation, which is youth leadership. And from my point of view, since I put a lot of emphasis on the sustainable development goals, which means making the end of poverty and the control of disease and the promotion of environmental sustainability central, our work will be helping young people to take on the leadership to achieve sustainable development, and specifically the Sustainable Development Goals. So it will be helping young people to get the skills so that they can become leaders.
Former President Kufuor talked about the need for the youth to be fully equipped for leadership positions so as to catch up with the technological advancements of the world.
I believe our youth have gotten the basic education and knowledge that should enable them use the extension of technologies and science that is needed to help in our transforming our society, to set the example in the neighborhood of our continent. Our continent at large is left far behind so far, but this continent should be the continent of this century, and we can only catch up with the rest of the world when we use the partnerships offered to us through the agencies of the United Nations and similar institutions.
According to the former president, Africa in the 21st century should be a shining star for the rest of the world to admire and learn from. He was quick to add that strong partnerships are needed in that regard. The John Agyekum Kufuor Foundation was founded in 2010 by the former president to help support and build the capacity of the youth for economic success. The Millennium Promise Alliance, incorporated as a non-profit organization, was formed 12 years ago and focuses on rural development. The MOU would also see to the execution of projects in the areas of youth empowerment, agriculture, healthcare and technology. A youth leadership conference is to be held here in Ghana this year. It will attract a cross-section of the youth across the globe.